and consumed more Diet Coke than most people drink all day. Richmond's Morning News with Rich Herrera. This is News Radio WRVA.
All right, keep the text messages coming, folks. 833-804-1140, 833-804-1140 on the James River Air text line. Glenn Youngkin was in Wisconsin yesterday campaigning for the Republican nominee. And you had Gavin Newsom flying out to Michigan to campaign with El Sayed, who's going to be the Democratic nominee for the Senate in the state of Michigan. Now, I wonder if Gavin Newsom is going to stand up there with him and agree that football is bad in Michigan. I don't know. Do you wear a Michigan shirt and go, I hate football? That's going to get you a lot of votes in the Wolverine state. That's where I want to go next on Richmond's Morning News. Again, my name is Rich. Thanks for joining us this morning. It is 7:05. Now, I just want to throw this out. And I know we have some Democrats here in the Commonwealth of Virginia that listen to this show, and I probably drive you crazy. Well, just good morning, because I give you something to think about. But my big question is, if you're a Democrat, have you noticed the trend lately of some really odd people that you see running for office on the Democratic side? I can kind of run down, because they have the one that's running in Wisconsin today, Hong. She wants to, at one point, said that Thanksgiving needed to be eliminated. There's a whole bunch of things that she said. She wanted to cancel Thanksgiving. 2020, she described Thanksgiving in colonial terms during the 2026 campaign. She said, now Thanksgiving's her favorite holiday. She also previously supported abolishing or radically reconstructing policy and has supported abolishing ICE. On the left and the Democratic side, if you're a Democrat, I want to ask this thing. I just want to point something out, that you have such far left wing people that are running that really want to remake America into some utopian vision of Marxist ideology. If you're a regular blue-collar union, lunch pail, been a Democratic family my entire life, is this still your party? Are these still people that you want to support and see get into office that run under that Democratic banner? Is there room in your tent for people like Graham Plattner, who every Democrat loved until they didn't? Remember, he was the one with the Nazi tattoo on his chest. He was the one who hoped that if someone broke into his house, he was going to do something unmentionable to them. Crazy stuff. So then they replace him with a guy named Troy Jackson as their nominee. Turns out he's married to his second cousin and had 2 kids with him. You got Abdul El Sayed, the Michigan Democratic nominee, says he hates football. He had an essay that he argued football culture can reinforce toxic masculinity and aggressive male behavior. How do you hate football if you're from Michigan? He also wants to abolish and replace ICE. You've got the one in Wisconsin that wants to cancel Thanksgiving. She wants to raise the taxes on everybody. You have, I just keep going on and on and on and on and on. Have you noticed, though, that the Democratic Party can't find anybody, quote unquote, normal? Just having traditional American values, maybe you lean to the left, but don't want to go so far to the left that you just want to change everything about the country. If you're a Democrat today, here's where I'm going with this, and you guys can comment, 833-804-1140. I'm looking at this right now, and I see your party slipping away. I see a Trojan horse that you brought into your party with Bernie Sanders. And now AOC, who, by the way, she says all that woke stuff that she was talking about went too far. Now she's going to triangulate and moderate to do something else because she has bigger aspirations and plans. Have you noticed that on the left, your candidates are getting more cartoonish and so wide-eyed, wild, and a lot of them are just flat-out Marxists? And the ones that aren't run like, and I hate to say this, the Governor Spanberger is actually becoming a noun. Or is it a noun? Would it be a noun or an adverb, Dave? Do you want to get Spanbergered? Where you say one thing and you do another, you run as a moderate, and then you get in office and you become a very, very left? Does the Democratic Party, I'm just going to ask you this morning. Is the Democratic Party an honest broker? Is the Democratic Party honest with its voters, with itself, and with the public? That's a big question I want to ask this morning because, again, if you're a Democrat and you don't speak up, the DSA is going to infiltrate your party. They will take it over, and you will be sitting there with a party you won't recognize anymore. I'm just being honest with you. You keep letting in the DSA, and you keep saying we want to have a big tent, like Tim Kaine says. Before you know it, these radicals are going to take over your party, and this will be the party of the far extreme Marxist left. And that's the way that you're leaning. When they're talking about primarying John Fetterman and pushing him out, that's where your party's leaning. And you see it here in Virginia, where they say one thing and they do another, or you see it, we're just going to be out there as far left as we could be, and then right before Election Day, we'll come back and we'll say, well, woke 1.0 went too far. I'm not that wild as I used to be. It was something like AOC, I was listening to her. She said, well, everything during COVID, we were open to listening to everything, and we probably went too far. AOC, you weren't open to listening during COVID. That's why you're so dishonest about this. You weren't open to listening to everything. That's why Fauci shut everything down. Don't rewrite history. I wasn't born yesterday. And now I've got these Democrats over here on the left that are going so far wild. I just want to know. It's an honest question. It's an honest question. If you're a Democrat, do you like the tack that this party is taking and as far to the left as they can go? Do you like the fact that when you look at who represents your party, is it Zoran Mamdani or is it John Fetterman? Is it AOC or is it Chuck Schumer? Is it some of these wild-eyed candidates that we see that want to remake America? Or is it the traditional Democrat that you've always seen? I'm just interested. I'm not poking fun at you. I'm not making fun of you, but this is an honest-to-goodness question. You've gone so far to the left. Is this the direction that you're really excited about your party taking? And today's going to be another one. When you've got Hasan Piker, a guy who I think is despicable. I'll use Hillary's word. In the things that he says and the things that he stands for, and they're out there campaigning and getting his support, and he's asking his supporters to vote for these people. Is that where you want this party to go? Do you want to see it go further and further and further and further to the left into that column of where the DSA wants to take you? That's my big question. If you have friends that are Democrats, do they see what's going on, or like, we don't care, as long as we all get together, we beat Trump, that's all that matters? 833-804-1140. If I were a Democrat, I'd be severely concerned right now how far to the left the party is going. If I'm just blue-collar, regular Democrat that's voted Democrat since the New Deal, I would be concerned when you have a party that has people that are going to run for national office that say, I want to abolish ICE. I want to get rid of prisons. I want to tax the billionaires. Something they never say millionaires anymore. Bernie used to always say, let's tax the millionaires and the billionaires. Well, now that he's a millionaire, we don't need to tax those people. Let's just go get the billionaires. I just wanted to get you. It's just an honest question this morning. It's not a gotcha. It's just an honest question. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Do you like where your party's going? If you have friends that are Democrats, are they concerned at all? Like, I don't care. More people attend, the better.
1 minute.
Let's win this thing. 833-804-1140, 833-804-1140, the number for you to join us. All right, coming up on the program, school's going to get started. Kids are going to be worrying about the SATs. Should they? How important are the SATs? We'll have a full discussion coming up here in just a few moments. I'm Rich Herrera. Thanks for joining us, everybody. It's News Radio WRVA. Again, the text message line, 833-804-1140, 833-804-1140. Today's program brought to you in part by our friend Michael Greer of GreerFinancialGroup.com. You can reach him at